when I was 13 years old, I caught up a very dangerous disease. It was called goal setting. I was literally writing 50, 100 goals in a list every single day. Because someone smart on the internet said once, if you write down all your goals repetitively, then you have a very high likelihood of achieving those. So I would be like, I want to become a millionaire, I want to drive sports cars like this new M3 competition, I want to be having more girls, I want to build businesses, traveling the world and all that stuff. Basically, I want. Sometimes passed by, sometimes a couple of years. None of that came true, of course, because I was still a very young, reckless teenager, but I started to feel something very unusual because the more I was chasing something, the more it seemed to me it was repelling from me. Something clicked like this when I saw UFC 194. That was way back in the days. And Conor McGregor was fighting Jose Aldo. And he was basically psyoping him into, me, Conor McGregor, I'm gonna knock you out in the first round, first 30 seconds. And he would repeat him this over and over and over again. Guess what happened? Exactly this that Mystic Mac has predicted. And then I will never forget what he said on the press conference post-fight. He said, if you can see it here and have courage enough to speak it, it will happen. So basically then I really understood that I can attract not what I want, but what I am. And then the more I was writing those goals, the more I was kind of psyoping myself into believing it's not mine, it doesn't belong to me, I'll probably get it somewhere in the future, who knows, but I really want it. It's like wanting a girl. The girl is 10 out of 10, having 500k Instagram followers, and you're like, please, 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 can you answer my DM? You're so good, I want to go on a coffee with you, please, please, please. This is not how it works, because basically when you attract something, it means you become a garden. So this concept of the happiness, if happiness would be a butterfly, then there are two ways of catching it. The first way is you're grabbing a net and you're trying to swing and it runs away, right? It's scared, it runs away. Then the second concept is becoming a garden, so that butterflies naturally come because you attract them. And that's really the key essence when I started to lying to myself, I would say. I basically just recreated my reality. I started to distort this reality. So I'm already a millionaire. I already have this sports car. I know how it feels. I'm experiencing this now. And by creating that frequency, more and more things that I really wished to be somewhere in the future came to me now, because I was front loading my identity so that behavior stopped requiring the willpower I need. I need to go to the gym, I need to pose today. Now I'm going to gym every day. I really want it because I changed my identity, because I started from the end. Like, who is the future version of Vlad, who is hyper successful, hyper rich, whatever he touches turns into gold. Like who I am as a person, so I became that person, and everything else just caught up by default. In Bible it said, whatever you ask in a prayer, believe that you already received it and it will be yours. That's everything you need to know really about manifestation. So you are attracting who you are, not what you want. What's even more important is when you focus your attention so much on the result, result, but you don't enjoy the process, you don't want to be in that gym, you don't want to really go in that office, you don't want to really make this call, you don't really want to post, that creates this energy of you being overly obsessed about the result. And who is overly obsessed about result? The person who is not quite sure that this result is already there, right? By having the opportunity of being grateful for something you don't yet have, but you already feel the gratitude inside your body, that creates the frequency that is absolutely explosive, and it brings things to your life by default. I started to learn English a couple of years ago, believe it or not. Everyone was telling me, oh, you want to be a fluent English speaker, you cannot, you have to go to America. Never been to America in my life. Now you can see how I speak, right? You can just feel, you see that energy catches up. And obviously you feel that, oh my God, it looks like a demon. I like it so much. And basically, when you are going very deep in the process, you then understand, all right, when I love the game, then this game gives me everything I want because I have become the winner by default. And something called Maktub, you really need to study this. So Maktub means in Arabic language that it's written. So basically, when you recreate your reality based upon how you already feel, then you just give it up to God, because that's the higher power. And really, when I learned how to build a relationship with God, everything came to me by default. So I learned English, I made my multi-million-dollar international business. Now I have abundance in my life because I almost brainwashed. I rewired myself. I started to lying to myself, if you will, that I am already the guy. Like, you're just living as if, right? What if you are already that person who drives that Lamborghini? What if you're already the guy who's making millions and millions of dollars every single month in profit? So just go there and become that guy. Go in a gym, think like that guy, look around like that guy, start to implement more style of that guy, just become that guy, and then the life is yours. Godspeed.